And we're live, ladies, gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages. Welcome to Kayfabe Corner. I'm your host, JPO Jordan Pierce Owens, as I sit down with a rising star, a lovely human being, a professional wrestler. You may know him as not good, but great. He is Giovanni, the greatest.
Thank you.
Giovanni, how are you? Oh, that was the
I'm great.
medal.
Merchandise too. Gotta get the merch.
I legitimately, you better. I hope you have a big boy size in that shirt. I need that shirt.
I mean, we got some coming. Don't trust me. We got more than just t-shirts too. I mean, we got a lot of stuff coming. So
I mean, and not to jump the gun, but I mean, as somebody that has seen your merch table, you seem to be sold out a lot.
I mean, we're in high demand. It's all about supply and demand, and I guess we've been lacking on the supply part, and the demand part's been overwhelming. So
I
I think
mean, you
that's the
guys, you have
that's
sign
the
up
main
sheets
issue.
for action figures and pendants, and
Mhm.
I haven't seen any. I haven't seen any.
Like I said, it's still on the wait list. There's so much. There's such a flood of merchandise. It's hard to keep up. But we got brawling buddies coming. You know, one side's Justin. You flip it over. The other side's
Oh, that's
Giovanni.
right. That is brilliant.
You
Yeah,
know, exactly. So it's 2 for 1. We might have to charge double for that one. But
yeah. You give like a
um,
$2 discount, but yeah, it's
I
definitely
mean,
charged
actually,
double.
we got T-shirts. Medals are on the way. You know, if you think you can handle being a bro, you can wear a medal. So I mean, just keep on the lookout. You know, check your PO box.
I don't have a PO box, but I'll find one to check it. Because I'm sure any day. But yes,
Uh,
one of the first questions I'd like to ask is legitimately just how are you doing? How is life treating you currently?
I mean, everything's been good, man. It's 2022. We're rounding up the end of the year now, so 2023 is looking pretty bright. So I'm good, man. I can't complain. Wrestling's been taken off too. So as important as wrestling is, it's good to be a part of that and also witness what the evolution is going through right now. So everything's good, man. Family's good. I mean, health's good. It feels like, and just enjoying life, enjoying the season. So how have you been? That's the most. How have you been?
Oh, what a gentleman! What a gentleman! Now, thank you. I'm doing fine as well here.
Mhm.
Currently located somewhere else, but looking forward to hopefully being back down there too at some point.
Mhm. Oh yeah, we're looking
Seeing
forward
the
to it too.
further adventures. I appreciate
Absolutely.
that. So let's of course just start with the origin story of just wrestling in you, not you in wrestling. Just
Mhm.
where did you first come across wrestling in general?
Man, it's hard to say because I feel like I can remember wrestling as one of my like earliest memories. I can't picture a memory of my life where like wrestling wasn't involved in a way. Like you know what I mean? Like I've always had it growing up. I don't know. It's tough to say. I feel like my earliest memory of wrestling was like some WCW cruiserweights, just watching that type of stuff on TV. I remember going to a few house shows. My dad was always into pro wrestling. My brothers, of course, I have two older brothers, so they were always into pro wrestling. So I can't really give you a defining moment. It's always been there. It's kind of like a fourth sibling is wrestling. It's just always been there. Yeah.
No, I feel you actually. Kind of similar story on my end. It was just on, man. My dad, my brother. So I'm with you on that.
Yeah. I mean, we had
Who's your?
toys and movies. I didn't have a
Mm,
choice. I didn't have a choice.
I know. I think you took some of my toys. Hey, can I have my toys back?
I mean, I paid $1, so you can have it back. I'll give you $2. Uh,
Oh man, I'm charged. Smart man, smart man. I might do it for
Supply and
some of
demand.
those.
Supply and demand.
I did it recently with Rod Grimes. I was like, "Can I? I'm gonna buy my old Diesel back. I wanted my Bendham Diesel back." Um,
I found a
um,
good diesel not too long ago. A little bone cruncher.
I never had a bone. Okay, we're gonna say subject. I never
Bone
found his
crunchers,
bone
man.
cruncher.
That's what started it for me. And now I'm hooked, bro. I'm hooked. I just bought a Jeff
Oh
Hardy
yeah,
figure today.
not a bone cruncher though.
No, no, no. But I mean, I got bone
Oh okay.
crunchers ready to go.
I was about to
You know,
say, what are you
don't
talking
get me
about?
started.
Who was your number one guy? Like, who's the guy you gravitated towards the most growing up?
Ooh, as a youngin, I remember I really liked The Rock. Let's see, I was born in '91, so I'm a '90s baby. So yeah, I mean, Rock was really, really popping, like 98, 99. So it's probably around 8 or 9 years old, and that's when like The Rock was the coolest guy on earth. So I really liked The Rock as a kid, and then Kurt Angle. I just really liked how, because as a kid, I felt like I was kind of nerdy, kind of smart, and I kind of related to Kurt Angle's personality in a way too, and just he was just so good overall, his character and everything. I remember having a Kurt Angle toy I had the little Titantrons. You remember those where you scan the feet on the?
Oh
I
yeah.
had a Kurt Angle little, and I would look forward to playing with that bad boy. I'm in school just waiting for the clock to. I'm like, I want to go home to my Kurt Angle. So no, man, yeah, definitely the Rock, Kurt Angle, and then I think mutually, I think my brother and I can definitely say the Hardys because they were really popping at the time too, and they were brothers, so we really looked up to
Mhm.
them too. So
Very nice, very nice. So okay, so now let's talk about you actually getting into the business.
mhm.
What are your first steps into getting into professional wrestling?
Yeah, man, it's pretty hard. At least here locally, maybe in Florida, but it's not easy. I mean, it's kind of like an underground thing, you know? It's weird. But so I was working my first job in high school. I was working at the mall, and one of the guys that was working there at the mall named Bruce. He knew how much me and my brother liked wrestling, and he would always talk to us about it now and then. And he would always tell us, "Oh, I know someone who's going to start their own wrestling company soon. Like, you should come train." And we're like, "Yeah, whatever, buddy." You know what I'm saying? Like, everyone's, yeah, sure. And this guy's like, no, I promise. There's a wrestling ring. We got a whole school going, and you should really check us out. And I call, you know what I mean? I called his bluff. I was like, there's no way there's a guy with a wrestling ring just holding classes. Like, you know, and he's like, no, here's the address. So I rounded up my buddy, and I was like, all right, we're going to check it out. And we went out there. Sure enough, there was a wrestling ring. Sure enough, everyone was lined up doing drills. And that was it. I was 18 and still in high school. I was a senior in high school. Just started high school, my senior year. Let me put that in there. So I just started my senior year, and then I started training to be a pro wrestler. And then probably about maybe 6 months later, I'm still a senior in high school, and I got some classmates going to prom and going to homecoming this, and I'm over here. I was like, well, I got a wrestling show this weekend. I got to defend my championship. So so it was different, pretty cool growing up that way. But that's how I started. Yeah, just calling this guy at work's bluff. Didn't really believe him, and sure enough, my mind was blown, and I've been hooked ever since.
Nice. So of course, I always like to talk about the origin of names because you weren't quite the greatest, not quite yet.
Yeah,
Was Chris Legend the first one? What's your first name?
yeah. So Chris Ledger was my first form. You know what I mean, like Pokemon. I'm a starter, so you pick Chris Legend. It was just again just something that was like my name in video games and little action figures. For some reason, I was always kind of drawn to that name. And I feel like that's what every wrestler does, when you first start wrestling, and you pick your little cool little nickname. So that's what I did. I just went by Chris Legend, and I was I went by that for I don't know about 2 years or so. I was still learning the ropes, and still traveling, and I was yeah I was it was fun for sure because I was able to kind of be myself without really. Ooh, there we go. Yeah, that's your boy. I was able to be myself without too much pressure of being myself, if that's a good way to put it. So I really enjoyed it. It was fun. Like there's DB Harrison there, one of my buddies right next to me. There's my bodyguard, also my father, because we look identical right there with me. So it was just fun. That was probably one of the funnest parts of wrestling is having everyone around me. So all my friends and my family too. So a little frozen here. Uh-uh.
That wasn't awkward at all. How are you doing?
Hey, no worries, man.
No, I thought my laptop was unplugged, and then I guess we just lost internet there for a couple minutes for whatever reason.
It
That's a first.
happens.
All right. So we were last I saw, we were talking. We're showing a little bit of a clip of old school Chris Legend,
Hmm.
bring by DB Harrison and everything.
Yeah, it was great. I mean, like I said, Chris Legend was like my first form as Pokemon. There's like 3 evolutions. So yeah, Chris Legend was my first form, man, and that's where I learned all my skills, my quick attack, my evade. I learned all those basic moves there, and just like I said, traveled, and I mean, it was a good time. It was fun to just be myself. Oh yeah, I'm kicking some butt right there.
Yeah, this is actually, I believe, one of the first times I had actually met you, saw you in the ring here.
Yeah,
I would say too, not too long after this, I believe you got into a fist fight with a fan.
I believe so. Yeah, I was still in high school. I think that was my senior year. I think I was still in high school when that video was shot. Yeah, that fan got a little hostile as far as I remember, and it was just a hostile environment. It was at a bar. It's a hostile environment. Yeah, I mean, it was a crazy experience, but the show must go on, and we killed it. We had a good event. Outcome was good. Show was good, and at the end of the day, me and the fan, we understood it was probably just alcohol and adrenaline. So we let it go. We shook hands, and stuff happens.
Yeah, I
But
was just actually, I think I do recall like it being okay in the end.
yeah, like I said, it's crazy. A lot of people think it's real. I mean, there's certain things that are real about it. So things escalate a little bit, but like I said, for the most part, it was a good show. It was a calm environment, and I mean, everyone seemed to like it. I had a lot of fans there. That had a lot of family there, so I think it was a good outcome. I remember wrestling that match too with Marcus McCobb. That was a good match, so I was very pleased with that one. Shouts out to Marcus McCobb.
Marcus McCobb, yeah, made a brief return and then left again.
Yeah,
So of course you don't stay as Chris Legend. You make a really interesting transformation into
yeah,
Giovanni
exactly.
Casanova.
That's
Casanova with the
right.
last name. Let's talk about Casanova.
Casanova, I don't want to say it was like he was an idea based on like just something not to be. I guess I wanted to be a little bit over the top, a little bit. I wanted to stand out in more than one ways, and I knew I was athletic. I knew my wrestling stood out, but to me, I needed a character, I guess, that stood out. So that's where Giovanni Casanova was born. Just a very eccentric, uh, I don't know, happy. Let's see, a very friendly guy. Um, so I don't know. I just wanted to be over the top. Some of the gear I wore was pretty weird. Some of the gestures and mannerisms I did were pretty questionable. Oh yeah, Stephanie. Shouts out to Stephanie Alexis. Um, yeah, but I was like, you know what? I got to take it over the top a little bit. So I was pretty much a ladies' man. But with the way I wrestled, you couldn't tell I was a ladies' man. So it was I think it was a great character. I think it was a really great character. I tried to perceive myself to be as masculine as possible, and then you see my performance, and you're like, there's no way. So yeah, it was just I wanted to be more of a showman. Well, Chris Legend was definitely my avenue to learn how to wrestle, and then Giovanni Casanova was definitely what helped me evolve into being a character. Absolutely. Yeah, once I felt like I had the wrestling aspect down, I took over as all right, let me be a real character. And that's actually my blood brother right there. That's my tag team partner. Shouts out to my brother Justin Matthews. But I didn't like him when he first broke into the business. He kind of overshadowed me a little bit. So we rivaled for a good little year or so, but now we've obviously see eye to eye. But shouts out to Justin Matthews.
I didn't realize that was me that whole time. No, when I first came in, yeah, I remember you guys had a lengthy feud here.
Yeah. We wrestled, I think, like
Right
8
here,
shows straight, something like that.
yeah. Do you miss fighting your brother? Because actually, now that I think about it, like we should do.
All frozen here.
All
Oh,
right, I
there we
think I'm
go.
back
Are we back?
again.
Are we back? Oh no. I heard.
Yes,
Yeah. To answer your
further
question,
apologies.
I do miss it a little bit, but I enjoy teaming more than fighting. So I think we've learned so
What
much
what
wrestling each other. That that's what makes us such a good team too. We know each other's
what
strengths
is
and weaknesses.
your preference? Do you enjoy being in a tag team right now? Do you ever see going singles again, or is tag team the main focus for you?
I mean, right now, I've been two-time world champion. I've wrestled Jake the Snake. I wrestled like Mosh from the Headbangers. I'm not trying to name drop, but as like the little kid inside me, I feel like I've accomplished more than I've ever thought I could as an individual wrestler. So I'm proud of that. So honestly, my main focus is as a tag team wrestler. Growing up, again, like the Hardy Boys were like such an inspiration. I feel like to me and my brother, like being brothers to us were so important. Um, that I think that's probably my main and the future focus I have. I'm a great single superstar, as is my brother. Again, shouts out to Justin Matthews, but I think we're much better together. And there's no two people on this planet who are better together than us. They might be better separately, but together, there's no other two people on this planet that are better than us. So that's I stand by that, and I'll take any challenges too. So
No, no arguments here. No, you're about to punch Jake the Snake Roberts.
oh yeah, that's my boy Jakey Jake. Yeah. Ooh, right in the face. He felt that. I'm pretty sure he had. Yeah. Ooh, I'm pretty sure he had a little bloody lip. Ooh, right in the tummy. Ooh, yeah. I'm telling you, I don't play around. Shouts out to Zach Monstar and Shin Bodie too. Still doing big things.
But not this cameraman. God damn it, Will.
Ooh, yeah.
uh, no, so it's great to hear about the tag team there, man. When did you guys first decide? I mean, as you were rivals, to kind of start a tag team up?
Again, it was something that was always in the back of our minds in a way. Again, like we're brothers, brothers fight. You know what I'm saying? We just had to handle it in our own way. And once we did, we came to the realization, yeah, like I said, we're pretty good separately. We're really good separately, but together, yeah, we're pretty unstoppable. So once 2021, 2022 rolled around, we've tagged before, we've done it here and there, but we never actually committed to being a full 100% unit. So once we made our re-debut in Real Pro Wrestling, that's when we decided that it's strictly tag team wrestling. We've had singles matches here and there, but you'll never see Justin without me. You'll never see me without Justin. And that's because we're a solid unit. Even if it's a singles match, it's still a handicap match. So
All right, absolutely, always. So do you actually remember your first ever match ever?
yeah, I do actually. My first ever match was with Kenneth Hughes,
Hmm.
who I still actually keep in touch with. I see him every now and then. We hang out, get a drink every now and then. So yeah, I still remember my first ever match. I was handpicked by this guy too, Kenneth Hughes. He saw me practicing, and he was like, "I want him." I'm like, "Sure, anyone who wants to wrestle me, I'll take that honor." So that's how it started. And then my second match was actually against his best friend, Manny Chaos, who, again, I still keep in touch with. And, we'll go downtown, have a drink or no, every now and then. So I still keep in touch with those guys. They're still close friends of mine. And I learned a lot from them. And it's fun to still be able to communicate and show my progress, how far I've come with them. And they can still, as long as they've been out of the game, they can still educate me too and bring some knowledge to me that I overlook or I'm just not aware of. So I still remember, yeah, my first and second match, and those guys still help me out.
So, well, you kind of mentioned the kind of the re-debut for yourself. You came back,
Mm-hmm.
no Casavania. Instead, it's just the greatest. What made you decide to just simply put it out there and call yourself the greatest?
I mean, I was just being honest. I guess at the end of the day, I didn't want to lie to anybody. You know what I mean? You don't want to judge a book by its cover, but when the cover explains it all, what's the point of rating it? So at the end of the day, I come out as Giovanni the Greatest. You know exactly what you're going to get, no questions asked. And that's just exactly how I felt. I felt like I evolved from the Casanova character, again, because I felt like that's what was the main focal point of when I wrestled as Casanova, was just the character, not more or less my work in the ring. And so I evolved again, and I just transformed everything I've learned as far as being a character and everything I've learned as far as being a wrestler. And I transformed myself. Yeah, I'm Giovanni the Greatest. I'm greatest on the mic. I'm greatest inside the ring. I'm greatest outside the ring. I'm greatest any aspect you want to put it. And so I just figured I'd be honest about it. And I don't see anyone really arguing with me or complaining or saying that I'm lying. So
No arguments here.
yeah.
Um,
So
what's some of your favorite matches you've had? What matches have you walked away from very happy with?
my personal matches.
Hmm.
Off the top of the head. Okay. Of course, Jake the Snake. I mean, that was a dream come true. I had really good matches with Chico Adams. Shouts out to Chico Adams. I'm telling you, he's next. I've had some good matches with Max Stardom. Of course, Zach Monstar. I've had, countless matches with him. Um, Recently, though, shouts out to Atomic Formula. We had a really good match with them. Shouts out to Exodus. I think we had a pretty good match with them. Um, I think, but overall, if I had to answer my absolute favorite match of all time, man, off the top of my head, it's hard to say. I had a pretty cool 8-man ladder match that I won. Um, but I think winning the tag team championships with my brother, I feel like probably is my favorite match of all time. First time.
Very nice, very nice. Is now on the kind of flip of that, um, is there anyone? And let's start off. Let's start off more local, as in like kind of like the Florida area.
Right.
Who's on the bucket list of you wanting to face? Who have you not gotten in the ring with yet that you're like, oh, I could do something cool with them?
Um, it's tough. I feel like there's a lot of up and comers for sure. I haven't gotten in there with um, Shogun. Um, we've crossed paths in a battle royal, but I was very brief. But I think me and him could have a phenomenal match. Um, August Artois. I feel like think our styles mesh really well. I don't think I've had too much interaction with Remy. I think we've had a 1 6-man tag match, but Remy, right now he's doing this thing. I think a singles match,
You guys had a
me and
normal
him.
tag too.
Yeah, I think but one on one, it's different. Definitely like
Okay.
that. I think we would kill it one on one. Someone I've never been in the ring with. I would say it's so hard to say. I'm thinking everyone I can think of I've been in the ring with. Locally, who's local? You know what? Who's a dream match of mine, and I actually believe he's a champion in Miami. Carlito.
Mm.
Is that a good answer? I feel like that'd be great.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I know he still travels to Miami, and I know he does a few indie shows over there. That would definitely be a dream match. AJ Kazana, I've worked a tag match with him briefly, but I think he's another one too. He'd be a really great person to work singles. Here's Remy. Yeah. Oh yeah, he's good, man. Shouts out to Remy. He's in great shape, but I've always told him I'm in better shape. But shouts out to Remy and his gym regimen. Shouts out to his workout, but I work out harder. Shouts out to Remy, though.
I mean that's. I mean, I don't know if that needed to be said. I would just you can still give
I
a guy a
just,
compliment.
no, absolutely, but I can't give another guy a compliment without complimenting myself. I'm the greatest. So,
Okay. I got you. Now, if you want to dream even bigger, who would you say is literally a dream match of yours?
ooh, man, like I said, Carlito's up there. Dream match. I've always liked Carlito. A realistic dream match. I think a one-on-one Chico Adams. Again, I had a small little rivalry with Chico Adams. And we never quite finished it. You know, some injuries happened, and then some companies disbanded, and never really quite to finish where we left off. But yeah, Chico Adams would be a dream match. As far as my apps, like let's just say I got a blue pill to wrestle anyone on earth. Let's say right now, Drew Gulak.
That'd be a good match. I'd pay to see that.
Oh yeah, that's my boy.
Ooh.
Toma. That's right. Shouts out to Chico Adams, man. He's next. I've always said it. He's my favorite wrestler. Chico Adams is my favorite wrestler, hands down. Favorite. He's a great guy too. I love Chico.
Absolutely. Hey, you can catch him on an earlier episode of Kayfabe Corner. Sorry, I had to do my
Hey,
own
yeah,
little cheap plug there.
I'll go check that out for sure. You catch him on a few episodes of Raw too.
Absolutely. I mean, usually he
Yeah,
was just at the inside tapings. Yeah, he's everywhere.
yeah.
How you been injury wise, man? Any injury bugs caught you yet?
No, not yet. I mean, I'm 31 now, so I mean, just simple wear and tear. But I got a squeaky elbow and some rusty knees. But other than that, what I mean, still going strong, still trying to work out and stay healthy. But I feel pretty good. Hasn't Nothing's taken me out yet, which I think is a good sign that I've been working the right way. Some guys I feel like take a little too many risks, and that's when it starts to only a matter of time. But I feel like in the ring, me and my brother try to play it pretty safe. Because again, longevity is a big factor to us. So I feel pretty good. I feel good.
What's some of the favorite promotions you've been part of? Some of your favorite locker rooms?
Ooh, locker rooms. New Era had a pretty good locker room. CWE had a really huge, awesome locker room. Can't remember the name of the promotion, but the Wild Samoans promotion had a really nice locker room. Everyone there was like really friendly, really helpful, and you could tell that it was all about respect there. That one really stands out to me. Those are really good ones, man. I mean, I can't remember the name of the promotion, but I'll tell you the worst one I had. We were in this like once like this town fair or something like that, man. We had to get dressed. They had like this little section around a tree, and there was just dirt and grass. You had no chairs. No, it was the worst. That was one of my first indie shows ever, and that one I remember because it was so bad. But all the other locker rooms I've been in have been really good. There's none that really stand out to me because for the most part, I mean, I think everyone I've encountered has been pretty respectful and really good. So.
What are the most important questions I like to ask on here? So give it some serious thought.
Mm-hmm.
Have you seen any good movies lately?
I think I have, but I can't say I seen any good like new movies.
No, I didn't
All the
say
movies,
that. I didn't say
right?
that.
No,
Just
so
just
like all
good.
the movies I watch, I know are good, and I just continue to watch them for that specific reason. So, and to answer your question, yeah, I've seen a bunch of good movies, but none that I watched for the first time. So,
Okay? Well, then name some favorites. What's a couple go
okay.
tos for Geo?
Let's see. Okay, so I'll name like a quick top five. Uh, Number one or at least two has got to be Friday. We got Terminator 2 up there. We got Arrival. I love that movie. Um, phew. We got man, that's tough. Maybe like The Dark Knight's up there. It's another great movie. Number five, probably like Step Brothers. Got to go comedy, something like that.
Nice.
Maybe Scary Movie 2. That's up
Okay.
there.
Uh, where do you see yourself in 5 years?
Man, that's a good question. That's a ambiguous answer. Hopefully healthy and happy. Still involved in wrestling, absolutely for sure. That's number one. I don't know how much longer I got, man. I mean, I'm getting up there. So 5 years, a lot can,
31.
5 years, a lot can happen in 5 years. That's what I'm saying, though. But
Yeah.
hopefully, regardless of whatever happens, I mean, I'm still gonna be involved in wrestling in whichever capacity I can. Hopefully, just still involved in wrestling. Hopefully, just happy personally. Hopefully, owning a few properties, a few businesses, professionally. Just again, maybe with wrestling, just being happy. I'd be happy, bro, if I could referee. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't need to be Giovanni the greatest per se, because I've already proven myself in my heart and to my peers. But just being again, just being involved in any way. So I'm cool even just being a ref. Worst comes to worst, or I'll be a cameraman. I don't care, as long as I'm involved in wrestling in 5 years. I'll be good.
Yeah, Giovanni, the greatest cameraman. I can
I
see
can
it.
see it. Giovanni, the greatest tech guy.
Giovanni, the best timekeeper ever.
I can ring a mean bell. Ding, ding, ding.
Sometimes we do need the help because we've had some bad bell ringers. It's happened.
I mean, yeah, we've had to call a few matches early. Yeah.
what happened? Let's do some role play here.
Mm-hmm.
It's after a show, and someone walks up to you and he goes, "Oh, Mr. Giovanni,
Mm-hmm.
I'm a big fan, and I want to be a wrestler too one day." What advice do you give somebody that's about to start their journey into wrestling?
Um, I would tell them to do a lot of research as far as like it's a good question. If someone's asked me how what advice do you give me on being a pro
Yeah,
wrestler, I would say consistency. Like I said, I would do a lot of research, make sure that the obviously the moves are all done just the same way, certain ways. Of course, everyone goes to wrestling school and gets trained. But that would be like my biggest thing, I think, would to be the ring work. If someone has a good personality, it's going to show through anyway. But also like character techniques or acting techniques can be taught. So I think initially the most important thing, and I think the one thing that will get you recognized the most, is your physical capability. So if you're either super athletic and hopefully you can combine that with good wrestling, that would be my advice. Focus on the wrestling first, and then focus on the character next. That'd be my advice.
very nice, very nice. I actually have a bit of news for you. Would you like to hear it?
Yeah, okay, I like news. Is it? I
All
mean,
right.
okay, go ahead.
It's good.
Okay.
This is breaking news. This has not been posted yet. This is an exclusive right
Okay.
here. Let me actually pull it up real quick. 1 second. I
Oh
forgot my
crap!
computer. My computer shut down, so I gotta pull it
Am I
back up.
voted the greatest wrestler in the world? I knew it.
You're not that far off. It's not as cool as that. I mean, that's probably
Okay.
coming
Okay.
in a couple years. But yes,
Great.
this should come as almost zero surprise. But yes, I would like to announce on the show that once again for the year
Okay.
2022, the professional wrestlers are the tag team
Uh,
of the year, as voted by the fans and your peers too. Everyone could have voted. Um,
can't help
I
it.
don't want to say it was. I don't want to say it was via a landslide either, but I'm not gonna
I
not
guess I need
say
a
it.
new medal.
Um,
This
you're gonna need
2021. Now I need a
two.
new medal.
You're gonna need a new medal. You're gonna rock the two medals here. So yeah,
That's
so
awesome.
yes, that is exclusive. That will be posted here in a little bit
Oop.
too on the Real
Sorry.
Pro page.
Oop. Sorry.
But
There you go. That is awesome, man. I
yes,
love that. I mean, that's a great picture of me. Shouts out to Justin Matthews. But that is a great picture of me.
yes, the world will see that here in a little bit. Here, everyone watching sees it now. So yeah, congratulations on 2 years running.
We got House of Spades. Okay, the Bruiser weights. I like those guys. Financially stable. And Exodus. Yeah, man. Shouts out to Exodus. Okay. Shouts out to Bud Heavy too.
And
The House of
so
Spades, man. House of Spades. They're coming up.
yes, I believe Corey C4 might actually be interviewing them pretty soon here
I
on the
like
Real
Corey
Pro
C4.
page. And
Yeah, I
hey,
think he should put us over a little bit more, but
he should. I mean, come on, Corey, step it up.
I
Do
don't
you
know
have
why he doesn't.
any plugs for where people can find that merch or any upcoming events?
Yeah, I mean, we do a lot of our stuff. We have Facebook and Instagram. So Facebook, just look us up, Bro Professional Wrestlers with a B. Professional Wrestlers. Same thing, Instagram, all one word, Professional Wrestlers. You can DM us, email, same thing, Professional Wrestlers at Yahoo. It's pretty easy to find us. We're not hard to find. But yeah, any merchandise or any requests, anything like that. I mean, we respond pretty quickly, and it really depends. I mean, we could both respond to you. You might be lucky, and you might get me. You might get unlucky and get Justin Matthews, and he might just tell you to go shove it up your ass and never talk to him again. So it just depends, you
Damn.
know. It depends, you know. There we go. Justin Matthews does not accept any. He does not tolerate nonsense. Look at him. Um, as neither do I, but this guy has no time for games. Yeah, one of those videos just hit 22,000 views the other day. The one with Atomic Formula
Damn.
just hit like 22 or 23,000 views. Crazy. It's going higher and higher by the day. Yeah, the one right underneath that one. That one's like 22,000 views. Yep. Silly. I'm so silly.
So I obviously don't want to give any spoilers away, but I want to make sure we're back. Oh, okay, we're back. I don't want to give any spoilers away, but those awards. Keep watching, Gio. Keep watching the awards for the next week or so.
All right. Okay. I'll keep watching.
And
All
do you
right.
have any other words for the folks out there? Any parting words?
No, I mean, I just appreciate anyone who's watching currently, anyone who's gonna watch in the future. I mean, I love wrestling, as does my boy Jordan Owens, we've officially honored as Jordan Browens. You're an honorary bro, just like an honorary Oos. You're an honorary
Oh,
bro. We got to get you a
yeah.
shirt now, honorary Jordan
Yes.
Browens. Um,
I'm
but
feeling
yeah,
very
man. I mean,
broy. Is that the
I mean
catchphrase, broy?
that's a good one. We got to put that on the shirt. But yeah, man. I mean, we met through wrestling. Most of my closest friends we met through wrestling, and so I just want to thank anyone who's, like I said, watching now or going to watch in the future. Thank you for loving wrestling with us. You know, we wouldn't be doing what we do, and we wouldn't be talking about what we talk about if it wasn't for the love of wrestling we have. So.
Very nice, very nice. Well, ladies and gentlemen, for Giovanni the Greatest, follow him in all his future endeavors here. Always a joy to watch in the ring. If you can catch him live, catch him live. Definitely do that
Catch me
as
live.
well. 100%. So for Kayfabe Corner, thank you for watching. Like, subscribe. You know what to do.
You know
And
what to do.
as always, keep it Kayfabe.